Now, what am I supposed to sing it in? C, I think so. Weiß nicht, wie gut ich der bin. Ja, weiß nicht, wie gut ich der bin. So bin ich lieber so lieber ich mich. Die seiligsten Triebe völlig allein für dich. Wenn in der Ferne hier mein Wetter scheint, dann wünsch ich gerne, dass uns die Liebe vereint. Ja, dass uns die Liebe vereint. Ja, dass uns die Liebe vereint. I know that there's people here that speak the language and have learned the language, and that's what the old people in Ferdinand sounded like to me. But I don't know how meaningful it is, or how mixed with English it is, or anything. It's just this. What are you looking at? But when I first moved to Ferdinand, I went to Hillary Bagley's house, Hillary and Laverne's, and all their kids are very musical, and their grandchildren, as the Ferdinanders here know. And the old people, Hillary and Laverne and Clarence Wanigo, were in the basement, and all the people, this was 25 years ago, so I was 50. All the people my age and younger were upstairs, and they didn't want to have nothing to do with that old music at all. They didn't care about it. And I went downstairs, and there were 15 or 20 old folks, again, folks in their 70s and 80s. And at that time, I suppose Hillary and Laverne were about 60, 65, I was 50. And he and Clarence played the melodies on the accordion and the harmonica, and Laverne led the singing, and she played the stump fiddle. Who has a stump fiddle at home? Anybody? No stump fiddle players here? The thing on a stick where you put cymbals and bells on it and hit it with a drumstick and bounce it up and down, keep time. She played that, and she led the singing, and she they would sing all these old tunes in English, and then they'd sing them in the German dialect from down there, and that's where I first heard this stuff, and that was probably 20,000. The Varsovino Waltz. Let's see. I got too much music here, so let's look at something that's maybe useful. We'll have Mitternacht on the Wasser, or Midnight on the Water, which I think everybody claims, because the old-timey people that I know, they all claim it's a, the father of bluegrass kind of tune. But down there, they say it's a German tune, and I heard a recording of it by the famous old-time Texas fiddler called Benny Thomason, and his claim was his dad wrote it. So I don't know. So Midnight on the Water, and the other one that'll go with it is called German Waltz No. 2, and I got this from a recording by Paul Tyler, who some of you know. I've never met Paul Tyler, but he was a student here and collected recordings down there, and he attributes this one to Lotus Dickey, the famous fiddler from Paoli. So there was probably contact between the accordion players in DuBois County and the fiddle players up in Orange County at some point, I suppose. Mitternacht on the Wasser. there's more waltzes than you can shake a stick at here. Let's see. Oh, I found out about Joe Altman, our neighbor Sam Altman. This was one of his great uncles, I think, and this. I think Hillary knew this tune as well, probably from Joe Altman. This is a slower waltz called Die Flugelhund, the baying hound dog, the trumpeting hound, I guess. Well, is there a fiddler here? I need a fiddler pretty bad. No fiddlers. What about an accordion player? No. No. Who wants to learn how to do this? I'm at the end of doing this. This takes a lot of energy, and I need a young person who wants to learn to do this. How about you, Aaron?
Well, we can do some things in the future, but not tonight.
Oh, but you got to learn to play the harmonica. I mean, do this job here.
Probably not piano.
That's right. Are you players here? Maybe you can cut it. Could be. Okay. What does this require? This requires an F. See if there's an F in the stack. E, F, G. That could be an F. It is. Okay. One time, I got a call from some guy had a kind of a country band that was playing at the VFW, and they had to cancel, and they called to see what I could do, and my daughter Kate, who plays the clarinet, and son Woody, who plays the bass, went and played a dance at the VFW, and so clarinet, guitar, and harmonica, and bass, playing this kind of stuff, and the old people were happy, but the young people, they couldn't dig it. That means anybody younger than me. That was probably sometime in the mid-90s. Is that about right? Probably. And we played. My daughter Kate's a crackerjack clarinet player. But she's given it up and she plays the tuba now in a street band in Seattle as a hobby. But one of the tunes we played that evening was the Jenny Lind polka, which is a famous old, probably some kind of almost a classical composition. We'll see if I can hack through it here. I know what the matter is. I'm accustomed to looking straight at the music. I'm sorry. We'll see how this microphone works out. O'Brien has no patience with changing harmonicas here. I have to run across the room and follow him and see what he's playing and what key he's got. Smattering or other stuff, and I sense that you could all get poked to death here. It's not hard to do. Yes, ma'am. It's time for a break. Oh, I don't know if I should take. I got him. We can take a break now. My opinion, although it's not a real cowboy song, that it's the best campfire cowboy song I ever heard.
What is it?
That's Sweet Baby James. It's James Taylor. That's all right. I didn't have any words, did I? I don't know the words. It's a great melody, great tune. It's okay that I don't know the words. I'm not here to sing many words.
Okay, I'm after your harmonica here, record.
The two of us that have made this connection over so many fucking decades.
Makes sense to me.
Does it? Okay. No, all right.
He came in and looked at me and said, he don't look Italian. This is, yeah, Johnny Gooden. Johnny Gooden was an old friend of mine, who Eli never knew, of course. And he wrote lots of good songs, and he wrote thousands, or hundreds at least, of melodies. And when we were young, we played a lot together. He passed away about 4 years ago. But a really great composer of melodies. If they just came to him, and he taught himself to write music, and he would wake up in the night and write them down. And let's see, I just played a tarantella. Can I play a jig right after a tarantella? I guess I can.
Yes.
Okay, so this is one of John's tunes. I'm tired of this rack. But I really would like to find a guitar player and a drummer that want to learn to do this so I can concentrate on this instrument. I found that I had to lay this whole business aside for 2 years, and when I come back to it, it's a lot of work. This is called Tight Squeeze, one of John's jigs, and he always said, take my tunes and improvise on them. They're not fixed. Mess with them. Do stuff to them. So I'll see what I can do with this jig, Tight Squeeze. other kinds of stuff. Other kinds of stuff. Here's a fiddle tune that I like. I don't know if it's Irish or not. It's called Molly Bloom. I don't know where it comes from. Maybe somebody here does. Tune I get a kick out of. I was asked to tell my story, and I've told about a few folks. I don't know. You got any questions? This is sort of a folklore department function, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, not for everybody.
Not at all. Not at all. Well,
Locals here underway.
just locals. Oh, I see some local. I see some more locals back there. How you doing, Jason? What do you know, buddy? Well, but Deborah and I retired. Mrs. Major is sitting right here. It's this lady. She's already. Deborah's already heard these tunes before. You can imagine. But we moved to Bloomington. We retired to Bloomington to listen to music because two of our kids got lessons up here. I don't know, 20 years ago, right, or more, and we were lucky that they could get some lessons with the faculty, one on clarinet and one on cello. And I was in the hall of Merrill Hall, if you know it, the big round practice building, waiting for my son to finish his lesson. And I was looking at a bulletin board, and around the corner came a kid, and he was about 14, and he looked terrified. And then around the curve came a gentleman carrying a cello, and it was obviously his dad. And then next person came was Maestro Janos Starker around the corner to give this kid a lesson. I knew who he was because I saw him on TV when I was a little kid, and I didn't know what a cello was, but I thought, well, that's an interesting instrument. I don't know what it is, but it was on Ed Sullivan or one of those tunes and shows. He was telling his story how he escaped under the barbed wire from the Soviet tanks, maybe, or the German tanks, I forget, out of Prague and into Austria, into Switzerland, and wound up here at IU. He was a famous cello player, if you don't know. And I thought that'd be fun. But I didn't wind up doing that. But anyway, the consequence of moving up here is we hear a lot of music that we didn't know about, and I'm ready to give all this hillbilly music up and learn something more sophisticated. So, how many bluegrass guitar players does it take to play Stella by Starlight? There's 21 chords in the song. We take 7.
But they know 3.
Well, it's true.
Each bluegrass guitar player plays 3 of the chords, and then the next one. I love bluegrass music. I ain't kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. Any bluegrassers here? So these are the kind of tunes I'd like to learn, but I don't know really people that play them much. They keep moving to New York City on me. Yeah. You can play them. You just need to work at it. I know you can do it. So this is a great melody, but without the chords, it doesn't sound like much. But let me attempt it anyway. This is the kind of stuff I'd like to learn to play. And then you give the melody to the piano player to mess with. But I've learned, I've listened to a lot of interesting harmony, especially in the jazz department. It's stuff I didn't know anything about at all, but a tune. So, we got one more schottisch. That's not a polka. Deborah wants me to get mad and quit. I'm trying to get back in shape here, and this is the way to do it. So this is called the Ziebenschreiten of the 7-step schottisch. And I'm pretty sure Mr. Weininger played this. John Kay could tell us, you really didn't get to record very much of the Begleys playing, I don't think. They were pretty much past being able to play by that time. Swallowed my pig. Let's get a new one out of a little tin here. Will snort, Thomas? Oh, no, that's not. So, this Ziebenschreiten, the 7-step schottisch is sometimes called the 7-up by the hip people that know it. These are the kinds of tunes that apparently they dance to, and a lot of them are just real simple, like nursery rhymes. They're not, it's not show-off music at all. It's idea about the amount of time here that has passed. But it's the 7th of it's the 7th of it's July 28th. Does that thing have a dial? Okay.
Well, let me find the right harpoon here for.
There was a period where I was a folk singer and sat in little joints under a TV with football going on and sang Neil Young songs. And I ain't gonna do that. Unless it tastes really good. No, it wasn't about Neil Young. It was about sitting under the TV in a little joint and nobody was really paying any attention. Different than a beer garden. So my friend John Gooden, back in the 70s, wrote a lot of songs, things with words, songs. And the radio station in Louisville had a songwriting contest, and John called me up and said, "I'm going to win the contest." He was a straight mix of arrogance and humility all at one time. And so he said, "I'm going to do it. I'm not going to listen to Phil Bailey anymore. No, I'm not going to listen to the jazz station. I'm not going to listen to any classical music. I'm turning on the pop stations, and I'm going to listen to that, and I'm going to learn how to write a popular song." And he did. And he called me up one Sunday morning and said, "Well, I won the contest." And he says, "I'm swearing off crimes against poetry." He hacked it. That's what he just hacked out a song, and he doesn't have much opinion of pop music, I guess, or didn't. But I'm not going to sing that song. This is a different one. In the mid '70s, there's nobody here but one person that can remember that. In the mid '70s, I lived in New Albany, and I was kind of a in-between bum, and there was a bunch of people that met at our house. Me and Paul Moffat owned a house there. A bunch of guys met there, and they were wannabe musicians and songwriters and poets and artists. And John came in one evening, and he had written this song for us. And when he got done, it was apparent that all the bums in the room thought the song was about them, which is a pretty good mark of a tune, maybe. This is an actual song with real words. They're not in some kind of Creole German either. They're in English. You might want to try the chorus. It goes, "Let it roll, let it roll, let it roll on down the line. There ain't nothing here to show for my time." Taking troubles when I have to, stepping back when I can, going nowhere if they let me. I'm not an anxious man. A little money in my pocket, just a little's all I need. I'd soon spend it all as locket up in their dream. roll, let it roll. Let it roll on down the line. There ain't nothing here to show for my time. Now and then I read the good book. Now and then the woman's eye. Now and then I get to missing something I ain't tried. I get lonesome at the sundown. I get weary when it's cold. Everything I ever wanted was more than I could hold. Let it roll, let it roll. Let it roll on down the line. There ain't nothing here to show for my time. I can go down to the rail yard and find another town. I could ride them shining steel wheels, whirling round and round. Let it roll, let it roll. Let it roll on down the line. There ain't nothing here to show for my time. Let it roll, let it roll. Let it roll on down the line. There ain't nothing here to show for my time. The late John Gooden of Clarksville, Indiana, he was a student here in the 70s, and he was a remarkable guy. We played music together for, I don't know, 15 years, and he moved out to Iowa, and he passed away. Is it 4 years? About, yeah. And in the later years, we were old buddies, but we didn't see each other very often. And that's one of his songs. And he wrote some good songs, but he wrote a lot of really fine contra dance music. A lot of it, and jazzy little tunes too. I don't have time to play them all this evening. Perhaps that should be the end of things. I don't know. What's the procedure? Oh, you're happy for the end of it. Thank you all. It's been a real pleasure to get to do this again. I had been laid up and unable to do the one-man band for a couple years. When did we, or almost 2 years, when did we record that?
Right at about 2 years ago.
It's about 2 years ago.
February.
Yeah, was it? Okay. Okay, so, and I had some injuries that prevented me from playing for almost 2 years, and it tickles me to get to do this again. So thank you all. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Encore.
An encore? I know what. How about, may I play another one?
Play another one, but I'm gonna remind folks while
will
you're
make
getting
a
set.
fortune. Huh?
While you're getting set to play that, I want to remind folks we've got free CDs. They make great coasters. There's really all-purpose CD compact disc, and some students and I, Spencer Schaefer and Kyle Fulford, and I worked hard on this recording, writing the liner notes with Ray, and I think it really kind of honors the great music you've been hearing. So make sure you get yourself on. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Dr. K and Spencer came to my house several times, and he set this whole contraption up in the basement and recorded a bunch of these tunes. And I played part of them this evening. I don't know if I played all the ones on that set, but let me play a set of jigs. And one is a jig that I learned down here at the Tuesday night session at the Runcible Spoon. Those folks show no mercy. If you come and you can play 1,000 tunes, it doesn't matter. They're playing their tunes at the speed of light, and no, they're nice people, but they've been playing together how long? 40 years or something down there. Those folks down there know a lot of tunes, and it's impressive. And I've tried to learn one, or a few of them. So here's a set of jigs. The first one is called "Off She Goes." And the second one, I think, is a Civil War marching tune. I forgot the name of it. And the third one you all know. I think I'll dispense with the drums.
Hey, did I make my 2 hours? Straight through, yeah, I wore it.
It's only 7:43.
Only 7:43, oh my.
Can I make a
Yeah.
little speaker?
Yes.
Okay, hi, I'm Gwen. I am a PhD student in folklore. This is a monthly series that I do here at Orbit Room called Folklore Night. I'm so excited that I got to collaborate with Ray and Traditionalized Indiana for tonight. As you know, I'm also behind the bar tonight pouring your beers. So, thank you, Orbit staff. And so if you're interested in hearing more music or hearing more presentations, or if you want to play music or give a presentation, please let me know. Like I said, I put this on every month. So thank you, Ray. Thank you again. And I will point out, because John did not, there is a big tip bucket over here. So while you're not required to tip, it's there. Just in case, if you're inspired. So, thank you.
I speak on behalf of the Folklore Nights. I've come to several of your presentations, and plenty of times I've needed a dictionary or a glossary or something. There are students here, presenting their work informally. And I've come to some of them and learned a lot of things that I had never considered. I'd actually heard of the Portland Monster.
You did.
Yeah, when I was a kid, yeah.
Thank you.
Come to them.
Thank you.